Hello and welcome back again to the AutoCAD class. Thank you for coming back, and I hope you are learning a lot with our videos, solidifying your understanding in computer design using AutoCAD Mechanical 2022. Alright, so in today's video, we are going to look at how to apply dimensions to your sketches in AutoCAD. And so we are going to migrate 2 steps forward from the Home tab to the Annotate tab, and that's where we're going to focus our attention on today. So in the dimensions, in the Annotate, we have a lot of tools that you can use, and the tools have been grouped into dimension, text, symbol, balloon, bill of material, and we have sheets. Okay, so let's focus on dimension. Click on the drop down arrow closer to it. You see other tools that you can use. Right? If you put your cursor on them, you'll get the names. This one is edit multiple, so it helps you to edit multiple dimensions simultaneously. The second one also is called the join. It helps you to combine two individual dimensions of the same type into a single dimension. Then we have insert, we also have align, we have oblique, and all of that. So these are other dimensions that you can settings that you can, or tools that you can apply. There's a small arrow here which is pointing downwards. Click on that one and you see this wonderful dimension setting dialog box. So this is where you can do the behind the scenes settings to control every dimension that you'll be seeing on your screen. So the dimension style can be changed to standard, you can change it to annotative, you can leave it on AM ISO, you can do a lot of things here. So if you want to change the base style, you click on the drop down arrow and then you select the base dimension style that you want. So you can also click on edit to edit how it will appear with respect to diameter, angular, and all of that. So you see all of that also here. Okay, so I'm going to close it. Then we also have um, default representation with respect to chamfer, radius, and diameter. How the dimension appear when it comes to chamfer. This is how it looks like by default. Okay, close it. This is the radius, how it looks like in radius. Okay, currently we have only the create landing line checked. So for example, if I uncheck it, you realize that this is how it will look like when I apply a radius dimension to my drawings. You wouldn't see any landing line. So if I click on that, you would see a landing line. So these are the things you can do. These are the changes you can make to your sketches and your drawings, and you'll be fine. So currently, I think I'm okay with everything here. Diameter is also here. You can look through and see if you want to make changes. We have the placement option, and currently we have display visual aid while creating dimension. If you put this off, you're not going to get any aid while displaying your dimension. So if you have made any changes, you click on apply and okay, then you're out of display. But currently I didn't make anything, so I'm going to close it. Let's come back to the dimensions and let's go through them one by one. So power dimension, very powerful. It helps you to create multiple types of dimension with just a single, command section. It helps, very easy, nice and easy. So if I click on the power dimension, for example, now you see this huge, ribbon here with a lot of tools. Don't worry for now. We have inspection, reference. We also have tolerance here and all of that. We'll be looking at in the subsequent videos. But for now, just focus on the power dimension. Let's see how you can apply the power dimension. So if I click on this side and I click on this side, it automatically detects that okay, you want to create a text in this orientation, horizontal, and if I leave it here, then that's how it will be. Okay, I click on the close editor and then I am done with my dimensions. Press escape on your keyboard, then you come back to default. Okay, so this is the dimension after I you know zoomed out a little bit, but you will notice the dimension is very small, and you can make changes to it. Okay, remember where we went to do the settings, behind the scenes settings for dimensions. Okay, there is also another method that you can use to change the settings with respect to your dimensions, and this time around you use the keyboard. So you type DIMSTY and then you press enter. Then you see this dimension style manager dialog box. So this dialog box helps you to edit your dimensions, modify them, how they appear on your screen. So I click on modify and it brings me here. Override current style AM ISO. So do you want to make some changes to it? Do you want to leave it as it is, or you are okay? Okay, so let's say I want to make changes. I want to change the baseline spacing, the spacing between the text and the dimension line, the spacing over there. If you think that the spacing is too huge, too small, you make the changes over here. Then we have the extend beyond dimension line. So after the arrows, okay, there is some extension for the dimension line. Just do small extension here. Currently it's set on 1, so you can increase it to 3 to any one you want. Then offset from origin. So the small spacing before or after the extension line is what we call the offset from origin. Equally, you can also increase it to 2, 3 depending on what you want to do. Okay, let's go to the symbols and arrows. So for the symbols and arrows, you can change the appearance of the arrow. Currently it's on close field. You click on the drop down arrow, you have the dots. We have different types. Okay, I think the close field is the common one that we use, so you leave it as it is. And we have the second, and then also the leader line, how it also appears, and the arrow size. If you look at the arrow size for what we drew earlier on, okay, or for the dimension that we apply, you realize that the arrow is very small, so you can increase it to maybe 5 or 6, 8 millimeters depending on what you want. Okay, let's move on to the text. So for the text, you can change the text color. Okay, you can change it here. You can change it to green, cyan, magenta, different text color if you want. Then you can also change the text height. It's 3.5 now. I want to make it less than 9. I think it will be bigger. Then the placement above, center, or left to right. So this is currently the settings. It is going to be placed above. You're also going to be placed at the center. So if you are okay with the settings, you leave it as it is. But in case you want to make changes, you come to this side. Then you have the fit. This is the fit option in case you have a small space and you want to place the dimension, the settings that you want to do here. Primary unit basically also is simple. Linear dimensions. The unit format, you want it decimal, scientific, engineering, but we'll leave it as decimal. Then the decimal separator. Do you want to create a comma? So for example, if you have, let's say, 100.54, if you change the period, it's going to be to comma, it's going to be 100.54. Alright, so we're going to leave it as it is. For now, I think I'm okay with everything here, so I click on OK. And you can click on the override or set as current. So if I put the cursor, I say that display the override current style dialog box in which you can set temporary overrides. Okay, click on close. Okay, let me click on close. Now I can equally delete and apply again and see what happens. So I click on this and I press delete on my keyboard. So if I press delete on my keyboard, I'm able to delete the dimensions. I think let me do it again. Yeah. So let's apply the dimensions again. So it's this point and this, click, drag it down, and I think now it's looking pretty well. It's okay. It's huge. It's okay, right? So that is the dimension. Let's try for this fillet here. So I'm going to select the radius, click on it like this, So and I'll bring it outside. Then you have the dimension. Click on the close editor, press escape on your keyboard, then you are okay. So yeah, radius 30. Let me do more. Let me select the vertical, then dimension this side like this nicely, and you have it. Okay, you can press escape on your keyboard if you don't like it, but if you like it, you um click on the close editor. Okay, so that is that. So I think I like it, right? So I click close editor, then I now press escape on the keyboard, and then I come back to settings. So it's very easy. You can just play around it, apply um, your own innovative skills, and stretch your maybe muscle a little bit. Let's try for the circle. Very easy. Click on that, select, then you come and then click on the circumference of the circle. Then you get your, you know, dimension applied to it. Close editor, press escape, and then you are good to go. So these are the things you can do with respect to dimensions. So before we wrap up, let's look at some pretty ones, very pretty dimension tools here. Let's look at the um, baseline and then the chain. So for the baseline, you have a dimension already and you want to create a systematic arrangement of dimension with respect to the base. So let's see how it looks like. So for example, if I dimension this small one here, right, and I click on the close editor and I press escape on my keyboard. If I come back and I want to apply a baseline dimension here, what I do is that I click on that particular command, select this as my reference, then I come and choose the extension line origin, right? So this is the extension line, okay? So it's basically measuring this distance to this distance because we selected this as a reference, okay? Close editor, so you can apply other ones of your choice. So you see the dimensions very nicely uh, placed. Okay, you can also stretch it a little bit. You click on it, see this blue, and you drag it up a little bit, and then you can stretch the dimensions. You can space it out and all of that. Okay, let's try the chain. Okay, so for the chain is the same technique, just do one. So I'm going to um, maybe this and this. Okay, then I click on close editor, and I come back again. This time around I'm coming to select the chain, right? So this is the chain. So for the chain, you select your base dimension, then you choose the subsequent you know points, or you specify the extension. So click on close editor, then click here, then I press escape. Basically, this is the chain that you have. Okay, so try your hands on them. They are very easy to do. Once you keep on practicing, you'll be very conversant with the software. Okay, let me just touch a little bit on multiline text, then we bring this video to an end. So for the multiline text is to apply a text, all right, in your AutoCAD. Maybe you want to write a text, you want to write your name, you want to write the maybe a particular text for a drawing. So maybe anything you want to do. So let's say I want to write the name of this like a circle. So if I click on the drop down arrow, it helps you to write text with respect to different millimeters of sizes. So this A3 helps you to write or create multiline text with objects of 3.5 millimeters. Same for this one, 5 and 7. But if you want to create a one where you can the size is higher, you select the first one. So once you select it, the commander will tell you, or the command line will tell you specify the corner. So I click on the corner and I specify the opposite corner. Then you see the text editor. So this is the text editor. Then you type circle, for example. Now, before you even close the text editor, you see all these ribbons here. It change from the dimensions to this, right? So we now have kind of different. We have bullets. We have insert paragraph, formatting style, and other tools here, similar to that of Microsoft Word. So you can also change the font style and everything. So I want to increase the size of my text. Currently, this is the size, it's 2.5, it's too small. I'm going to highlight the text and then highlight, then change it to, let's say, 30 mm. And you can also change the color. Maybe you can change it to red, you can change it to white, yellow, anything you want to do. You can change the font. Um, let me type times. Let me see what I have. Times New Roman inside. Definitely, you would have Times New Romans inside. Definitely somewhere. So you can search for it. Okay, I have Tahoma here, so I'll select the Tahoma. And I think I'll I want to fix my text height again instead, and I press enter. Okay, so if you're okay with it, you click outside the text editor, then you have your text ready. Okay, so basically, guys, today we looked at how to apply dimensions to our drawings. We also looked at how to write a text or type a text in your drawing area. So thank you once again for sticking and staying. Kindly subscribe, hit on the like, put us on post notification so that you'll be notified anytime we upload a new video. So I'll see you in the next video. Happy learning.